friends, this video is for our kindergarten and first grade team for April 3rd, which is week 1 of April. We have a new life app for this month, which is hope, believing that something good can come out of something bad. What a perfect message for the month of Easter. Then our new memory verse for this month is, in this world you will have trouble. So this is sign language for trouble, but what's my motion for be encouraged? Oh, but be encouraged. I have won the battle over the world. John 16:33. So in this world, you will have trouble, but be encouraged. I have won the battle over the world. John 16:33. So our kind of theme for the month is puzzles, and it says life can sometimes feel like a giant puzzle. All we can see is the piece that we're experiencing right now, and we're not sure where it fits into the greater picture that is forming. We can't always understand why some things happen to us or those we love. Yet, despite our confusion, we can have hope. God has kept promises throughout history, and we can believe that God will continue to be with us through what we face now. Even in the toughest times, we can have hope because we know that God is always working and can make something good out of something bad. So in week 1, we start off this month with friends of Jesus who had lost all hope. John records an incredible moment that we find in John 11:1-45. When Lazarus died, Jesus used the opportunity to point people to God. Jesus was stronger than even death itself and raised Lazarus back to life 4 days after his death. So our bottom line, whatever happens, remember how powerful God is. God can do amazing things in your life, and we pray that kids will understand that when they face something difficult or hard to understand, they'll find hope that God's power can help us through whatever we face. What a great story. So we would love for you to join us at 8:20 and 10:20 in the garage door room for coffee and donuts and prayer. Then just make sure that you're in your room at 8:30 and 10:30. When kiddos start to roll in at 8:40 and 10:40 this week for Icebreaker, I have a baggie on each cart just full of riddles. So there's some superhero riddles, there's some princess riddles, there's just some normal riddles, and you're just going to see if the kids can guess any of them, kind of give them some brain teasers. And so that's what it says over here in your group, just talking about brain teasers. And then just say, have you guys ever done riddles before? How did you feel when you solved one, and how did it feel to get stuck? Kind of frustrating, right? Then when service starts at 9 and 11, your interactivity is called the more powerful animals. So what you're going to do is you're going to name 2 animals, and the kids are going to vote for the one that they think is more powerful by kind of acting out that animal's movement. So a kitten or a polar bear, lion or a mouse, whale or goldfish, there's an obvious answer to all of them. If possible, include your kids' favorite animals as choices. So you could even ask them to name 2 animals. And then as they're acting them out, make comments like, wow, I see a lot of whales swimming around. Oh, one just jumped out of the water. Just kind of commenting on that. And then to close this activity down, to say animals can be so powerful. Elephants can knock down trees. Lions can leap and catch their prey. Whales can breach and leap up out of the water. Well, today in large group, we're going to hear about someone who's more powerful than anything. So let's go learn. What a great segue into large group. So then at 10 after, you'll head to large group. When you get back from large group, your little review application game is just to review the story, and then there's a little story puzzle. So maybe while kids are eating their snack, I have your action Bibles marked with the story of Lazarus, where Mary and Martha came to Jesus, and then Jesus went and rolled back Lazarus's tomb, told Lazarus to come out. So again, just great visuals for the kids to really review the story. And you can even, before you read, say, okay, what happens next? What happens next? How did Mary and Martha feel? And then kind of have kids help you tell it. If you'd like to, you can invite kids to act out the story after you read it. Have kids be Mary, Martha, Lazarus, the disciples, the villagers, Jesus. They could even be the tomb if you want. So that's if you have time and if you feel like your group will do it. And then after you review the story, you're going to give groups of, a few kids these story puzzles, and they're going to put them together in order. Now, the kids might notice that there's numbers, but that's okay. So someone comes and tells Jesus Lazarus is sick. Then he talks to his disciples, then Mary and Martha. Then he tells Lazarus to come out, and he raises him from the dead. So the kids are going to practice putting them in story order. And then to close it down, you're just going to say, when Lazarus was sick, Mary and Martha sent for Jesus because they knew that he had the power to make their brother well. But when Lazarus died, they were confused and they were really sad. They didn't understand why Jesus hadn't come soon enough. But Jesus is powerful enough to bring Lazarus back from the dead. And by raising Lazarus, Jesus showed Mary, Martha, and everyone how powerful God is. God is powerful enough to make good come from bad. And so that's why we need to remember our bottom line. Whatever happens, remember how powerful God is. So then for the memory verse review, you're just going to practice looking up the memory verse in the Bible, showing kids how to find the book of John in your table of contents, and then the big 16 for the chapter and the little 33 for the verse. And then just practice the verse with motions, and then you're going to kind of do like a hot potato game with an Easter egg. And the kids are going to pass the Easter egg around the circle. You can I'll put a few Easter eggs in each thing, so you can split your kids into however many groups you want. And they'll pass the Easter egg. In this world, you will have trouble. Whenever the kid that has the egg gets to trouble, they're going to jump up and run to the open spot and sit down. So kind of think like musical chairs, okay? I'm going to put out seat markers. So you'll put one extra seat marker in your circle, okay? Am I making this make sense? So, and then invite that kid to name a trouble that they might have. Getting sick, losing a toy, having a pet die, getting in a fight with a friend. And then after they name a trouble, compassionately say, Jesus said, be encouraged. I have won the battle over the world. So there will always be an empty seat marker in the circle that you're using, okay? And whenever kid lands on trouble with the egg, they're going to get up and run to the empty seat. And then you'll finish the verse for them. All right, and then just closing down in prayer. You're going to use the conversation guide that's down here to talk about that hope says believing something good can come from something bad. And whatever happens, we need to remember how powerful God is. And then just close down in prayer, thanking God for his power. So that is it for this week, guys. We have new birthdays up on our board for April. Thank you guys so much for serving. You guys are amazing. I am pumped for Easter this month. We have like 470 people signed up for Easter Jam 1 week from today, and it is going to be great. So I'm so excited to tell kids the hope that we have in Jesus and the hope that we find in Easter. Thank you guys for serving, and we'll see you on Sunday.